All right, our great guests continue. And listen, the last time I talked to both these guys, they were getting ready to go into the NFL at the NFL Combine. Now they're established stars in Seattle.
Yes, they are.
Jaxon, Smith-Njigba, Devon Witherspoon. What's going on, guys? How we doing?
Doing great, man. Doing great.
Good,
Thanks
man.
for having
Doing
us on.
Love talking to you guys. Go ahead, Matthew.
I will say this. So, as you know,
Bounty.
All right.
look at that. Austin Eckler, that's my guy.
Had to crash. All you boys
Nah.
out here.
It's like you
Appreciate
teleported.
it.
Bounty
Come on.
team.
There you
Bounty
go.
team. Yes, sir.
Well, I'm a Commanders fan, so love me some Austin Eckler there as well. But love both of you guys as well. I'll say so did Connor Rogers. Connor Rogers was a fan before it was cool. He does all the scouting. He does all the draft prep in it. He said JSN is his #1 wide receiver coming out
Without
that
doubt, not
year.
even close.
And I know you had Witherspoon very, very high on your list.
top
going.
10 player all day long.
All day
You
long.
have a
day
good
long.
eye, man.
Yeah, thank
Good
you
eye,
guys.
There you go.
Let's jump right into it. Yeah.
But I have to talk about the most important thing here, I think, for our show. So for our show, we have a fantasy football league, right? It's called the League of Assholes because they're all assholes.
Right.
You understand?
It really is.
You understand? And,
Yeah.
and I'm the host. They're all coming after me.
Yeah, asshole number one.
Yeah,
right here.
exactly. They're all
Yeah.
coming after me. And so I put together a hell of a team that included Jaxon, Smith, and Jigba, by the way. Look at this team, by the way. And this team, JSN, won the championship this
Here we
year.
go.
Thank you very
We
much.
champs, baby.
Look
All
at
right,
this.
man.
Look
You
at this
already
team.
know.
The
oh, yeah,
MVP,
Terry
Josh Allen.
McLaurin,
Okay.
Mike Evans, Daniels. Oh, yeah, that's a team right there. That's a
You got
team
the
right there.
quarterback to the
Yeah.
receivers.
Derrick Henry.
Derrick
Oh, yeah.
Henry. Oh,
Come
yeah.
on.
Okay.
Come on,
You
there's a
got-
team.
Well
But
done. Well
thank
done.
you very much.
Yes,
I
sir.
believed in you. None of these other assholes did.
That's good.
I'm taking JSN. I want him on my team. This is the breakout year, and it happened. You tied the Seattle franchise record for most receptions in a single season. You had 163 receptions. By the way, that's the most in Seattle's in the Seattle Seahawks franchise by a Seattle wide receiver in the first 2 seasons. And when you think about some of the great wide receivers that have come through Seattle, that's unbelievable. You were top 10 among all wide receivers in the NFL in receptions and receiving yards this year. What clicked for you in year 2, JSN?
Just time, man. Just timing. Just being able to learn from that first year, go in the offseason, know what I have to work on, having a second year with Geno, obviously another year with DK Metcalf, on the side, and Tyler Lockett. I mean, I think it was just destined. I just knew I just had to stay focused and my time is going to come. And, I was ready for it. And, I think, there's a lot of stuff to still improve on. And, I'll be ready for this next year. It'll be even better.
Now, Devon, what we love about you is you get to shut these guys down and really shut down all the numbers, the fantasy talk, everything like that. What was it like playing in Mike Macdonald's system after you guys obviously have a legend in the game in Pete Carroll, but a guy like Macdonald that's so established for a young age? What was that transition like for a defensive guy like you?
I think the transition was easy when he came over here to Seattle because, he made it clear point, when he first got in the building, how it's going to be and how he's going to run the defense. So the transition was very easy. I think the best thing about Coach Macdonald is how you utilize his players. He utilized every player in a very unique way. So he always try to put you in the best position on the field. And it's if you're good at one thing, then he's going to put you right there. And if you're not so good at one thing, he kind of try to stay away from it. But the way he knows his players and knows how to get them involved in the game, I think is out of his mind.
That's what's different about you. When you watch the tape with you, you're not just a slot corner, you're not just an outside corner. I feel like you even get looks at all over the defensive backfield and even up to the line of scrimmage. Is there something you love about that freedom to make plays, run around and make plays?
Yeah, I love the freedom. He allows me to be myself, and also it comes with freedom, but it's really him who's really doing it. So it's like I said, he knows his players down to the T, so he knows exactly where you need to be on certain parts of the field.
When you guys face off in practice, who wins?
Back and forth,
Back and
man.
forth, back and forth. Back
It
and
better
forth.
be back and forth,
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying? But with this guy, I know, I could take my game to the next level. And it's awesome to have him and compete with him every single day. And the best is yet, to come, really.
Yeah, vice versa. You know what I'm saying? He always going to push me to be better in practice and stuff like that. DK as well and Tyler. So it's going against him every day. It's when you get in the game, it's kind of easy because I get every variation of all receivers in practice. So it's not really hard to play in the game.
Jaxon, we've been asking some of the LSU guys this, and it applies for you as well. What is going on at Ohio State with these wide receivers? Every single year, whether it's a first rounder, we're going to have a Mecca, obviously, this year. Marv last year, obviously you. It's just on and on and on. What is it about
Garrett,
that program?
Chris, Terry had a huge year.
Yeah, man.
It's insane. And we'll be talking about Jeremiah in the draft before we know it.
We talking about him right now.
Yeah, I mean, he could play in the NFL
right
today.
now,
Right?
He ready right now.
Yeah. What is it about the program that you're landing the top wide receiver talent and developing the top wide receiver talent?
Man, that room is just very special to be in, and there's a very, very, very high standard, and if you don't live up to that, you're not going to make it there. And when Coach Hartline brings in young kids that really admire and really want to be in those shoes and will do whatever, and you put us together, and we're all hard workers, competitive, love ball. Only good things come out of that, and like I said, though, the standard is there, and you got to live up to it. And Hartline and Coach Dave finds the guys that will live up to it.
Jaxon, I interviewed you at the NFLPA Rookie Premiere, and you told me something that I've never forgotten. And I didn't know this is a thing at Ohio State, but I've remembered and I've repeated it to a bunch of my friends and my kids as well. You told me, pressure's a privilege. And I love that phrase. I love that thinking, pressure's a privilege. Talk to me a little bit about what that statement means to both of you guys as well.
I mean, to me, there's a stage that you want to be at. I mean, if you don't have any pressure on you, what are you doing? You're not doing the right thing. You want to be in those moments. That's what you work hard for. And when it's time, it's really just a mindset thing. Like just thinking positive and knowing that pressure is a privilege. Like without it, I don't know where we would be. Nothing would matter.
Well, speaking of pressure, 2 teams on Sunday going to be under a lot of pressure as well. Bright lights, Super Bowl, all that. I'm curious, how do you guys see this playing out? Who do you think wins? I'll start with you, Devon.
Well, me, I'm going for my teammate. I played with college, Sidney Brown, so I'm rocking with the Philly.
Yeah.
So I'm going with the Eagles. But it's going to be a good game. So I think it's going to come down to the very last minute. A play here, a play there, maybe a penalty there, a turnover here. I just think it's going to come down to one significant play that's going to really change that game.
What about you, Jaxon?
For me, it's hard to bet against Patrick Mahomes.
It really is.
Not that I'm betting. I don't do no betting, but
Understood.
Make sure you
Make
make
that
that clear.
But if I think I'm gonna go with Patrick Mahomes. Been here before. I just think he knows how to win. But I think it'll be a good game. I think if Saquon Barkley really, really gets going, I think Eagles could pull it out. But if I had to choose, I'm picking Kansas City.
Last one for me. You guys are here in partnership with Bounty. Talk to me about your wingman. Talk to me about your deal here with Bounty.
You just can't have football without wings.
Can't have wings without Bounty. You know what I'm saying? So.
Lockstep. It's almost like they see each other every day in practice.
They got it down to a science.
Off the field as well. Jaxon Smith-Njigba, Devon Witherspoon. Love watching your guys' success in the league. Thanks for stopping by.
Thank you, man.
Thank you,
Appreciate it.
Hey, it's Matthew Berry from NBCSports.com and RotoWorld.com, and I want to thank you so much for watching whatever it is you just watched, or if nothing else, being too lazy to click out of the autoplay after this video started, after whatever it is you actually wanted to watch finished. But now that you're here, I'd like to take a moment here to ask you respectfully now, okay? I'm asking you respectfully to subscribe to the NFL on NBC YouTube channel. You'll get the latest RotoWorld fantasy news headlines, all sorts of great shows, including my own Fantasy Football Happy Hour. So go subscribe now. Again, I'm asking respectfully.